Okay, well, let's see how this winds up. I shut down and then restarted in order to try to get a little bit better connection. So I'm long from down below around '08. I scaled out some right here at 14, and I've got a hard stop below this level now. I'm still in 2/3 of my position. Might go ahead and lighten up a little bit right here, which I will. Well, let me give it a minute here. Not going to lighten up just yet. Going to give it a little bit more, see if it wants to push a little bit higher. All right, I'm going to lighten up a little bit right there. So I'm still in half of my original position, long from below, and holding the remainder of my stop now against this level. See if we can't push up and try to fight against the bears and go a little bit higher. If you are watching, I do apologize for for the poor connection. A little frustrating on my end, I'm not going to lie. We sell a bit more right there at 17.5. Let's sell a little bit more here as well. All right, so I'm still in 2/3 of my original position. Trailing this stop up to this level here. Looking to see maybe we, maybe we try to get strong, get up into this area. And I'll recap my trades here in just a second. Let me just manage this one, and we'll move on. Oh, pardon me. I'm in, let's see, 25% of my original trade, so I lightened up a little bit more than I thought up here, but we'll give it some room, see what it wants to do. And for the rest of it, I'm just going to hold it a little bit above break even now. I'll put my stop in at this level, so I'm going to try to trail it with 25% remaining, see if we can push up higher. I'm going to sell a little bit more right here. Whoops, let's see. Okay, there we go. Right at 22. So now I'm just in 1/6 of that original position. I'm holding against this level right here. And it's worked out pretty well. There we go. All right, so let's do a little recap here. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I do apologize for the crappy, internet connection. I can't wait to get some fiber optic here. That would be fantastic. Anyways, if you're watching, here's what we were doing. Let me drag a 5-minute chart into the screen area. I'm still holding 1/6 of my original position. Seeing if we can't push a little bit higher. And I'm trying here. Well, we'll just look at the 5-minute and the 1-minute. How about that? All right, so here's our 1-minute chart on the right, 5-minute chart on the left. I saw us hold this level and we came up and then got kind of weak here on the 5-minute. It was looking pretty ugly. We pushed a bit lower. 15 here all the way on the left, the far left, had some big wicks as well. So my thesis was that we come up, couldn't take out this level here, push back down, and was wanting to see us kind of hold below this 08 level. So I got involved a little bit here at 04 to the short side, and then added a little bit more as we pushed up to 06. Thought that this move right here, so here's the 5-minute again, here's the 1-minute, thought that this move would be the one that would claim it, as far as like claiming new lows, pushing to the downside, looking for us. I had a first target here with my first third, was actually right around this low, so like 97.5. And you know, as we were coming there, I thought, boy, I feel like we could put in new lows, so maybe I should move it lower. But didn't do any adjusting there, and it came close to taking out part of that and booking me some profits, but that didn't happen. So we came up again and thought, all right, you know, let me give it a little bit more time. Maybe it still sells off. But then here it started to just look different. The dynamic of it looked different. The main thing that got me a little more disinterested in that trade was this big green candle here. So on this, I'm liking this wick, although it came up a little bit higher than I thought it would, because it came right back down into here, claimed and got below that 08 level. So I thought, okay, this is the move. This is where it could happen. But this negated that. This big green bar to the upside. This kind of, you know, made me think in a probabilistic way, okay, it seems a little bit less likely now that we actually push to the downside. Perhaps things are changing. The bulls held in there, couldn't take it any, bears couldn't push it any lower, and we start moving up. And so it was around with this candle here, as it was waffling, I started just trimming my position, still held it, but lightened up and got out of about half of it right at break even. So I thought, okay, there's still potential for this thing to go, but I think the odds now are not in my favor. So with that one, got out of it and actually had my stop initially at this level, but as I saw this green bar, I started trailing out, took a stop a little bit earlier. So I'm really pleased with the management of that one, as the dynamic of the market at that point, which is changing, looking different, decided that, you know what, this trade just wasn't working out, things seem different, so let me adjust as the market's dynamic and always changing, and changed accordingly. So gave it a little bit of time, and looking at the 1 minute here, I thought, you know, it's things are different. We've got this big green bar that's just come up. We're holding this level. Let me go ahead and try to get long, figuring that I mentioned that if you wanted a real tight stop, you could put your stop below here, thinking if you got this low, you'd be wrong. But certainly on this now, as I was getting long here, I thought, I know I'd be wrong if we took out this level right here. So this trade has been a nice one. It's made up for the loss and then some for that initial one. So that first one, I managed it well, really trimmed back quite a bit, and so the loss on it was quite small. And now this trade is paying off nicely. I'm still in 1/6 of it, looking to see if we can't push any higher. I am a little tempted to kind of lighten up. In fact, I may move my trailing stop to this level right here. So I'm going to do that, move it up. If we get a strong push higher, I'll go ahead and book some of those profits. But as of right now, I want to protect some of the profits I've got. So moving the trailing stop to this level right here, this 19. Let's see if we can't get up into here and kind of reclaim this area. Right, I've got my stop now up to like 21.5, seeing if we can show some power, some strength in here and push a bit higher. I'm trailing it a little tightly, or tighter than usual. So again, still in 1/6 of this thing. Got my trailing stop pretty high now, up at 24. So with this, the nice thing is if we just rock it, push higher, I'll keep a tighter stop on it. If not, if we come in, sell off a bit, I've got a nice area where I will have booked some good profits there. If I wanted to give it a little bit more leeway, I suppose I could keep that stop right here at this 18 level. But in this instance, like I said, my stop's a bit tighter. Oh, let's see if we hold there. And I'm almost, okay. So that little trailer is out, and that's it for me. But pleased with that move. Pleased with the management of that trade. Worked out okay. All right, so here's our 15-minute pull back. Kind of hanging out here, pushing higher now. And let's see if we go for those overnight highs. That could happen. Pardon me one moment, I will be back.